When we look at people as part of our management system, we're really trying to answer the questions: how do I get the right people to the right place at the right time? Now, there's certain parts and activities of our management system that contribute from how we hire to how we incentivize. But from a lean perspective, do we see it as a comprehensive value stream? What is our supply of people? Where do they come from? Do we have the right connections to bring them in and then ultimately integrate them into our organization and our direction? Do we add value to them along the way, making them more capable and more committed to where we're trying to go as an organization? And while we know exit is inevitable, does it become a seamless exit that we don't lose momentum on our path forward? So when we talk about people, we're not talking about a random collection of activities that all perform a task, but a value stream that all works together to deliver the people outcome to meet our strategic needs. How do people move through your organization? This includes hire, promote, transfer, exit, and really has to be aligned to your culture, to your strategy. For example, if you feel you need disruption, you certainly don't want to interview people through consensus-based decision-making, because the disruptor is not going to fit what you have people doing the interview. Alternatively, if you have the culture that you want and you're hiring for fit, then making sure that people have a way to assess that fit is going to be important. So we have to understand what we're truly trying to accomplish when we hire people, when we promote them, when we move them, and make sure it's meeting our people needs of our organization and not just filling roles. How do you develop people? The development of people is one of the highest tenets of a lean management system. So when I assess an organization, I love to ask the question, where do you go for help? Most organizations can't answer that clearly. There isn't a clear coach. There isn't a clear resource. I'm kind of on my own. So training certainly is a part of that, and every organization does training, but coaching is what really allows people to own their own development, to be responsible for how they move forward under the guidance of that coach. So part of our management system is, where does somebody go for coaching? Do you have a team of coaches that you allocate to the right resources? Or is my manager meant to be my coach? If it's the latter, then I have to answer two questions. One, are they capable of doing so? And two, how many people are they supposed to coach? Because if my manager's a coach and they support 50 people instead of 5, that's probably not going to work. So building a management system around developing people means that we're able to answer where people go for help. Who's my coach? What is their system for making sure that I am developing day in and day out? Reward and recognition is also a very useful element of our management system as it applies to people. Now, there's no universal truth for this, but I believe in general, you want to reward for performance and recognize for behavior. Why is that? Well, you're still going to reward, and performance still certainly matters, but it's not very public. And so while everybody knows the performance matters, it certainly doesn't send a signal about what kind of performance matters. Recognition, on the other hand, is almost by its very definition public. And so, as a result, it sends very strong signals about what matters, what behaviors do we want. So we reward for performance, we recognize for behavior, but what's important in both is our consistency. Is every manager picking out their own particular pet interests around what we're going to do, reward and recognition? Or have we clearly established what kind of culture and what kind of strategy we're pursuing so that our reward and recognition truly reinforces that interest? This becomes a key important part of our management system as it applies to people and the consistency that we have within.